It's officially January 1st, 2024, and we finally reached the final month before we get to experience the full version of Granblue Fantasy Relink. Not only that, but we'll also be receiving a demo to play sometime this month with 11 characters to try, multiplayer, and a bit of the story. However, in this video, we're going to talk about some of the characters I'd like to see come to Relink from the original Granblue Fantasy mobile game, as well as Verses Rising, the fighting title in the Granblue Fantasy universe that's currently making a splash. Before we get started, I want you all to keep in mind that I've never played the original Granblue Fantasy game, so if there are any characters you think I'd be excited to see that you think should be in Granblue Fantasy Relink, let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, let's get it poppin'. Let's start with Yule, a fast-paced twin dagger user that utilizes multiple stances in order to do damage with different elements. She's very fast on her feet with the ability to utilize a unique dash in various directions, allowing her to get the jump on the enemy and deal sufficient damage. With Yule being a twin dagger user with the ability to utilize some form of magic, this gives her so many options in Granblue Fantasy Relink. They could make her a DPS support, given she has the ability to heal in the mobile game. They could make her a focused DPS, allowing her to deal fast damage to enemies with a multitude of combos. They could make her a twin dagger user that is focused on dealing aerial damage, given she has the abilities that allow her to keep up with the enemy in the air if you count Granblue Fantasy Verses Rising. This is one of the characters I'd love to see make it to Relink, knowing that they have so many options to make her unique, or better yet, they can make her all of these things based off of how she's built and what sigils, skills, and equipment are in her build, especially since she's one of the many characters that have a multitude of variants in the mobile game that have different elements attached to them.
Zoe.
Next up is Zoe. This character utilizes a sword and shield for close range attacks, as well as a dragon to deal mid-range and long-range attacks in order to help her get in close. However, she isn't just a sword user, she also has the ability to apply debuffs to enemies as well. Zoe is perfect for Relink, as the game could allow her to become a short to mid-range DPS/debuffer that focuses on making sure that any buffs applied to the enemy in order to help them deal greater damage can be removed effectively. In terms of DPS, in Verses Rising, she is kinda fast and mobile. She can leap forward, slamming her sword and shield to the ground, dealing damage that appears to be electric damage, but she can also focus this giant beam of light towards you from her sword. Zoe is another character that I'd love to see in Relink, as I feel she'd complement the game very, very well.
Metera.
Metera is another character that I feel would complement Relink the most due to her range in battle, given she uses a bow to attack her enemies. Now from what I read, it appears that this character is mostly focused on attacking the enemy, but she also has this ability to charm her enemies, and when they're charmed, her elemental damage is increased. The combination of a long-ranged bow user and the ability to charm enemies could be crazy if created correctly. Right now, all I've seen among the characters in terms of range are mages and gun users. If Cygames gives you the option to make her debuff enemies with the bow, or have her go all in on being a DPS at range, this character is going to be nuts. The ability to charm enemies to inflict more elemental damage would only make her a monster when built correctly, especially if elemental debuffs such as burn or shock could be applied to her arrows.
Catalina, everything that I am is yours to take.
The last character I'm going to mention in this video is a sword user by the name of Vera that has some really cool abilities that complement her attacker's status. Vera is a character that buffs herself to deal more damage to the enemy while also debuffing the enemy at the same time. She also has this ability Lifesteal that does exactly what it says: deal damage to the enemy and take that damage to heal herself. Now, there's also a variant of Vera in the mobile game that serves as a defensive style character that utilizes an axe or a spear as a weapon. This variant can remove all debuffs from your party, increase defense, and boost debuff resistance. These abilities are exactly what you'd look for from a game like Granblue Fantasy Relink. So here's to hoping that we see stuff like this coming from Vera if she manages to make it into Relink. And if not, I hope there's a character like her. So that's it for characters that I'm hoping come to Granblue Fantasy Relink. If you're interested in anything shared in this video or there's characters you think I'd be interested in, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Granblue Fantasy Relink content. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. Peace out, everyone.